It's Madden NFL 24, and we're watching the Snowhawks, sure-handed wide receiver. There's been no shortage of work for him, sitting second in the league in catches.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the fastest rising cities in the U.S., the capital city of Austin, Texas. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Snowhawks of Toronto taking on the Dragons of Austin.
Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Austin team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors from north of the... The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. At the 45 already. Off play action. Nicholson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
To throw again. Nicholson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll look to throw again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it's only the first quarter, but that's a quick shift of momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 55 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
But you look at this defense.
They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January. They've got to improve in this area.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. On first down, Nicholson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So he stopped for no gain. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Off the play fake, Nicholson. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
Good work there. You're going to see on play action, they run an out route with the receiver on the outside and let the tight end work the seam in the area beyond him. A great concept, and it leads to a first down.
On first down, Wheatley. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dragons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Dances by him. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Now it's Hall. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Now Hall. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Hall.
open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
He finds his man complete. That's Bush. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here's Hall.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Here's Hall.
And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Hall to throw it.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys have taken the lead.
Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they'd love to get him the football, and right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the 1st quarter. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Austin's offense ready to go again. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
On 3rd down, Wheatley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Nicholson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Nicholson firing quickly here, and that's complete. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. Looking to throw. Nicholson.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Austin's offense ready to go again. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 23. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 56 yards.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
2nd quarter now. Toronto in possession of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Throwing here is Hall. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw, Hall.
Hard throw, incomplete. He was waving as hard as wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to it?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Nicholson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw. Nicholson over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Looking to throw. Nicholson. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's taken at around the 40. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. A little jet sweep to start the drive.
And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Back to throw. Hall.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They need 12 here. It's third down. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Hall.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Hall has it knocked loose.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? On 2nd down now, Wheatley, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Nicholson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Throwing on first down, Nicholson. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Leonard. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
They'll run on first down. Wheatley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Operating from the gun, Nicholson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
This 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Nicholson. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Dragons are able to cut into that deficit.
Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Hall firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hall. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The safety safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here's Hall. A final shot before break. He finds his man complete. That's Bush. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Happy holidays to you all at home as we take you around the NFL on this 25th day of December. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat, and it's the visitors who are out in front in the second quarter. The Blues looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, we're off to check out another game. And as you see, they were losers back on Thursday night. 42-28 was the final. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see the score there, in the second quarter, the Voyagers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
The throw over the middle taken in. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And they'll send out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half is theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Off play action. Nicholson.
An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
A 41-yard punt there with no return.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Off the play fake. Hall. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Austin's offense ready to go again.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 2nd down, Wheatley takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the gun on 3rd down, Nicholson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
On 1st down, Wheatley. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
To throw on 2nd down, Nicholson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff up the middle. Wheatley.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 111 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wheatley. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Nicholson looking middle, and it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Nicholson.
Well, that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
McPherson's kick is good.
And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
To throw on 3rd down. Hall. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down. And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, 17 yards. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Off play action. Nicholson. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain there of 30 big ones. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nicholson firing quickly here, and that's complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake. Nicholson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 50 catches for him now on the year. He's got a first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Dragons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
Unable to corral him. He fights through.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
Ball start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
60 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
To throw it is Hall. Looking to throw on second down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. So third down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Operating from the gun, Hall. And this is going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mays used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
They need 18 yards here on third down.
Back to throw. Nicholson.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on third down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Looking to throw. Hall. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up a third and 11 situation. Back to throw. Hall. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
that would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4.
Boston's offense ready to go again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Leonard. And nothing to speak of there after the catch as they get him right to the ground at the 37. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. They'll try the left side. Wheatley
down at the 35. It'll be second down.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
And that flag accepted.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will find his man on the outside. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. They'll try the left side. Wheatley, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Play action. Nicholson.
And a quick throw there is incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Up the middle they go. Wheatley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown, but no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Ball. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just one but 2 Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 750.
Now you're talking about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie Joyner. And that's what we're seeing here. Similar style in terms of being dependable, being open, and turning it into plays that you remember.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Back to throw again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game. And a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great. But they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them. Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bush. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Snowhawks have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
And there's a situation where as a tight end, once he gets that end zone in his sights, he's not going to back down from anyone. He doesn't worry about running to daylight. He doesn't mind running through contact. That's totally fine by him.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 4, 1:12 to go. He's back to throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So now the story changes. Trailing by a touchdown. And time, a huge factor. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete.
And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
It was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance is just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So for Toronto, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Austin, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.